Right, so what we basically do in this class is to talk on conditional columns. Now, there are different ways to create column in Power Query. And then basically, one of the ways of creating column is by going to add column, and then we click on just maybe custom column. All right. Now, once you go to add column, we have the different types or different ways to, include a column or add a column to our table. So we can just duplicate a column, and this we do by just clicking duplicate column. And so it duplicates a selected column. Now, once I do that, by the right hand side, we have what is called applied steps in Power Query. So any action you take, the action is displayed here as applied step. So what we just did now was to create a duplicate of this student ID column, and that is why we can see duplicated column here. Now, to get back to our initial step, we just have to click on this close here, tapping on here, and that is removed. Okay, now so let's use the conditional column. Now what we are looking at doing is to create another column in the enrollment table, and what we are looking at achieving here is to create a column that says if a student have this progress of 0, let's say not started. That student has not really started that course. If the student have between 1% and 99%, that is still course progress, in progress. And if the student have about 100, that means completed. The student has completed that particular course. So how do we do this? We use what is called a conditional column. So we can actually untick this column distribution, or maybe the column profile as well, just to give space for our work. So I'll go to add column and then conditional column. Now this conditional column dialog box says add a conditional column. So we can just say call this is going to be the name of that column. So progress status. So that's the name we are giving to it. Then the column name we are looking at is if the column name, which is if the course progress, if this column here, which is progress, equals to 0, then we give it not started. All right, not started. Now we add another clause. If this thing is equal to 100, now we say completed, right? Then otherwise, it therefore means that if these two conditions are not satisfied, else we say in progress. So what this therefore means is that any course that is showing the value of 0 in this progress column, we say this student has not started. If it's showing 100 completed, otherwise from that between 1 otherwise to 99, right? Because we can actually exceed 100. All right, so from 0 to 99 it shows course in progress. So we just click on OK, and another column is added for us here called the progress status, right? So I'd love to rename this to follow our naming convention. So progress status. So we have here completed 100 here, 20 is in progress, 100 completed, 0, we have 0% here, not started yet. So this is how we can create conditional columns.